name is Elizabeth, but you can call me Liz. And in today's video, we will be talking about the anime Campfire Cooking in Another World with my Observe Skilled. So if you want to see, please keep on watching. But first,
Till they murder me.
today we will be talking about the anime Campfire Cooking in Another World with my Observe Skilled. Spoilers alert, obviously. Okay, so if you haven't seen my videos, like these ones, I think this is episode 18. I think. But like, I usually like tell you a little bit of like the general info of this anime, like how many episodes and stuff like that, and then like our main characters, and then the plot, and then my final thoughts. Yeah. I basically have been watching like, it's like 35-ish, 40 minutes like each episode. So I've been watching it during my lunch break, which is like 30 minutes. Because like the world is a little crazy right now, so I don't want to cry during my lunch watching TikTok. So instead I've been watching this. And honestly, it is so wholesome. I feel like a lot of people probably don't like it because like it's not really a plot. It's more like daily life. So it's like basically adventure, comedy, fantasy, gourmet, obviously, and isekai. The producer was MAPPA. In Japanese, the name is Tondemo Skill de Isekai Horomeshi. It's 12 episodes. I think for the most part there's only one season. I did see when I was doing my research that there's like a little mini season, but I haven't been able to find it. So for now there's only one season that we can find. Or I can find. It aired between January 11th to March 29th, making it a winter 23 anime. So it's been out for like a bit. For our characters, so I'm just going to be talking about 4 of the main characters. Obviously, just like in any other isekai, there's like a bunch of characters and they're all like coming and going. But like these are our basically 4 main characters, or 3 main characters and a goddess. So obviously first is Mokoda Tsuyoshi. I honestly didn't know his first name because like everyone just calls him Mokoda. He is voiced by Uchida Yuma, who is currently voicing Windbreaker Sakura. So he's our main character. He's the one who got isekai, and he has a home shopping skill. Online supermarket is his skill. Then we have the Grey Wolf, aka his companion, Phil. He is voiced by Hino Satoshi, who has voiced in Demon Slayer as Rengoku. He is basically this legendary great wolf that like one day smelled his food and he was like, I'm gonna be your familiar. And then we have Baby Sui, who is voiced by Kino Hina, who has been in the Apothecary Diaries as Lishu. Sui is a tiny little hydro slime that eventually, because of Mukoda's skill, ends up talking and fighting. And then finally we have the goddess Ninlil, who is voiced by Uchida Maya, who has been in Chainsaw Man as the Angel Devil, and like I said, she is the wind goddess. There are 4 total goddesses, but mostly we like see the wind goddess the most. So plot. Okay, so imagine this. You're a salary man. You are casually working on whatever it is that salary men work on, like reports and stuff. And then poof, you have an isekai to this world, right? And they're like, you and like these 3 other people, 4 of you in total, we need you to be our heroes that we summoned to go defeat our enemies in this other kingdom. And you will, like, one by one, you're like, ooh, someone gets a sword, someone gets a shield, someone gets some magical powers, and you, thing that you will have to support this kingdom, online shopping, online supermarket. So that's your skill. Everyone's like, what are you supposed to do with that? So you decide to talk to the king and be like, hey, you and I both know that like this isn't really helpful for you, and you are able to basically, they give you like some money, and then they're like, okay, go away, goodbye now, we don't need you. That was an accident. Yeah, basically that's exactly what happened in like episode 1. Mukoda is a regular salaryman, gets summoned to this kingdom. He's supposed to be a hero. Everyone gets these super cool skills, and you get an online supermarket. But alas, they do not know that by using all of these, like, they're very cheap, like, I say, Japanese goods that Koda could find in his, like, regular life. They're really cheap, but in this world, they're considered luxuries. So think of, like, shampoos or, like, seasonings or just random stuff that you cook with. Luxuries in this world. This man doesn't know it, and neither do like the king and everything. But once you ingest this, digest this, and you eat this food, your stats go up. So whether it's your crit damage, your DEP, your any of your stats, HP, DEF. I'm missing a stat. What's that? DEE, DEF, crit damage, HP. But basically your stats go up. So he's like, okay, I need to go to this other kingdom and get away, far away from this kingdom as fast as I can. So he decides to hire like these people who are either way going to this kingdom, and he's like, okay, and they tell him a little bit more about this world, and they're like, oh yeah, you can be like a merchant traveler, you just have to go to the guild, get like your little guild license, blah blah blah. And he makes them food, and like, mind you, I don't know if in this kingdom no one knows how to cook except Mukoda, but like all the food that they eat without Mukoda just does not seem very good. But Mukoda makes them a meal with his like little online supermarket. Honestly, the food he makes, oh, so delicious. I want to eat that food so bad. I was salivating while I was eating my food and he was making it. And he's like, okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And they're very classic like Japanese dishes. So like he cooks all these dishes for them, and it's like, you can see that their stats, he can see that all of their stats are like going up, and even then they're like, oh my god, I was tired for the longest time, I feel like I have so much energy. Increase their stats. So then in the middle of like, he's with them, they're camping because they're like, hey, it's night, let's camp like here and then we'll head out in the morning. Our legendary wolf is like salivating too because he smells this food, and finally he goes up to Makola. Mind you, he's a giant wolf, these are people. And he goes up and he's like, I want whatever you're having, and I want you to make me your familiar. I mean, in the end, they kind of do become familiars. And then they finally get to this kingdom, he registers, and then not only as the merchant, but also on the regular guild, so he can at least earn some commissions. And then along the way, we meet baby Sweet. One day, Phil and him are just camping, and they see this baby hydro slime who has been alive for like 1 or 2 days. And then he gives it food, and like it basically Sweet started eating Makoda's food, was just like dissolving like trash, and finally he gave him food, and like Sweet's stats started going up, 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 and finally to the point that Sweet can talk now. Sweet was then blessed by the Hydro Goddess. Phil teaches Makoda, like, he kills all these legendary bees, so then Makoda has to go to the guild and be like, can you like gut these, and like I just want the meat and you can keep everything. And he keeps bringing to the guild like the most insane, like out of pocket beasts that these people are like, we haven't seen one in 100 years, these are so hard to kill, or this and that, and casually he just brings them out. He learns how to slowly like integrate all these like animals that Phil kills. So he's like, oh, the rock bird can be as obviously as a bird, or like ogres are basically like pig, and he starts like kind of like think of them in like our regular like, oh, it's a pig, or it's pork, or it's like chicken, or like beef, and he starts like making these recipes. Honestly, his skills. And then he keeps adding all these, obviously, like from his online shopping, spices or like whatever additives to his food, and increases everyone's stats. But yeah, honestly, it's a very cutesy anime that it's like, it's a very easy watch, and I think I just wanted something easy to watch, and it's so cute because like they always are going on these weird ass adventures, and Phil is always killing these like random animals, and then Makoda takes them to the guild and they're like, we haven't seen one of these in years, or how in the hell did you kill 500 ogres, or like whatever, or elves. But yeah, no, it's a little insane, but like the food just looks so good. Like I was salivating while I was eating my own food, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to eat this food so bad. Many people might not like it just because it's like, there's a plot, but there's not really a plot, because like halfway through we meet the wind goddess, and basically Fella's like, yeah, the wind goddess blessed me, which is why I have like certain wind powers. And so he's like, oh yeah, maybe if you pray to her, she will also like give you wind powers. She gives Mukoda wind powers, but like in return she wants offerings. Really, she just wants the food, because she's also been seeing like, hey, there's like familiar that he has that I possess. He's eating really good, delicious food. I also want to eat really good, delicious food, so she's like demands like an offering like at least once a week, and he keeps giving her like sweets or like Japanese sweets, American sweets, or like coffee or like food and stuff like that. And then like the other three goddesses find out and they're like, well, we're also blessing you, or we're blessing Sui, so we also want this food. And then at the end, he's like, he gives this merchant that he becomes friends with like a red skin, because he's like one of those people that makes shoes and like bags out of leather. And he's like, well, my wife doesn't want any more bags because I've given her one for her anniversary. And then he starts selling shampoos and conditioners. And like I said, all of these very like common things that we have in our world, or he has in his world, they're very like, oh, shampoo, conditioner, a bathtub, or like stuff like that. They're very common to us, but it's like a luxury to these people in this new world. So when he like gives out shampoo and conditioner, they go crazy because they're like, oh my god, my hair has not ever been this soft, like there's a hair oil, there's a hair mask, like what? And so he starts making more and more money because of that, but also because of like, he has Spell, who brings in like the most weirdest animals ever. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I feel like it's so simple. Like, I just needed something simple to see, and you can never go wrong with a cooking show. Like I said, it's more like daily life. Like, if you like those types of like daily life animes, I feel like you will like this anime. If not, you'll be like, oh, it's so boring. There's no fan service, and I'm like, good. But yeah. Check out Campfire in Another World with my Observed Guild. Let me know what you think. Yeah. Bye. I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it will be a lot longer or faster. More plot. Bye.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.